Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a big decision coming up for you, a life-changing decision. It seems like it feels like you're right on the threshold of a doorway, and you either back away or you step through and slam it shut. Okay? This is a fiery doorway. This is an opportunity to take a step into your future. But it's not going to be easy. It's not an easy decision. Okay? We need to put this into some context. What is it that we're deciding on? Why is this such a life-changing moment right now? Okay? I'm starting to get goosebumps already. You see that? Oh. Magician. Four of Cups. I kind of feel like there's some sort of deception going on. I almost wonder if you... Well, let's see. Yeah. Interesting. 4 and 4. We're looking for stability. We're looking for this kind of... It's almost like we want comfort. We want safety, security, stability. We have to understand how to get that. Is it by backing away from this doorway, or is it by stepping through, slamming the door shut, and then finding our stability here? I feel like somebody has really deceived you. Okay? I feel like it was a family member, a love relationship. There's some water energy here on both sides. And I feel like it's either, I don't know if it's, let's see. I don't know if it's a lover, a relationship, it's a family member. Well, it's somebody in the home is what I'm feeling, right? And there's this big decision. We're talking about this door, walking through, shutting the door. I don't know if it's you leaving a situation or asking somebody else to leave, but I feel like there's something that happened in the home where you were lied to, you were deceived in some way, okay? I feel as if you have been quite sincere in what you've wanted, expressing yourself. But I feel like the other person hasn't been. That maybe you thought they were, it felt like they were. But what you're realizing now is that they have not been truthful with you. They have not been authentic. They have not been sincere. Okay? We see the Chariot card at the end. I wonder if this is you packing your bags or asking someone else to pack their bags. Now, it could be a roommate. It could be a family member. It could be a sibling. It could be a spouse or a romantic partner. Okay? I feel like you were very clear with what you wanted, with what you feel. And, again, you thought that they were as well. But they're not. Okay? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Now, you're going to laugh, but I did the Taurus reading, and I actually forgot the mystery card until the very end of the program. So I want to make sure I do it early today. We're going to put Simon Mork Ripley right there on top of that. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. And it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any time during this program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right? Let's do it together. The more we practice, the better we'll get at using our intuition. I think we really need that, you know? Let's take a look around the room again. We've got major, major, major. This is that decision. What do we do about this deception? This was somebody really, and it wasn't one of these kind of small, harmless white lies. I feel like this is really a big revelation about somebody's intentions, or about who somebody really is, or about what they really want, or what their agenda was. I feel like you're going to learn that somebody that you thought was very close to you, somebody that you had really let in, somebody that you thought you had a very intimate bond with, whether it's platonic or romantic, it doesn't matter. You let that person in. You told them secrets. You told them your feelings, You told them intimate things about yourself. And what you're learning is that they are not who they say they were. They don't want what they say they want. That they have deceived you. Okay? And we've got a couple of options here. We can fall back to this level of comfort with the Four of Cups, where it's just, okay, it's bad, and we're trying to minimize it, right? This is us trying to be okay with it because we don't want to make that big decision of kicking them out or us moving out, causing this big disruption. So we feel sometimes it's easier to just forgive and forget and be okay, right? Because this is already, it's familiar. I'm already comfortable here. I feel safe. This is okay. We're trying to convince ourselves to stay put, right? So we've got our major arcana energies. We could go the route this way with the Four of Pentacles towards the future. What we're looking for either way is security, right? And going through this doorway, making this decision, kicking this person out, or we're leaving, or whatever this is. I mean, it could be a work thing too, I guess. We see some earth energy over here. If this is happening at work, this is somebody that you kind of, you opened yourself up to them. You told them things that you haven't told anybody else, and it feels maybe that they're using this against you. In a work situation, you told them all your feelings, and now they're taking that and they're going somewhere else with it, and trying to improve their situation, or trying to harm your position in some way, right? They're using that against you in some form or fashion, right? The Seven of Wands in the past position, I feel like you've been through a lot. And sometimes when we've really been through a lot in our lives, things like this might not matter so much to us, and that's perfectly okay. This is one of those things where it's just like, hey, I've been through so much worse than this, that this doesn't even faze me, and I don't need to really, I don't need to worry about it. Because either way you go, there's the fours, there's stability, right? But it's not the kind of stability that you're really after. It's not a long-term solution here. This is just a temporary thing that says, well, I'm okay where I'm at, I'm comfortable where I'm at, this is a familiar situation, but it's not going to last, either of these, right? Emotionally or kind of, in the physical material world. Eventually a decision is going to have to be made. Now, whether we're making the decision now and being decisive and taking action to get the best for us, or if we're just waiting until the inevitable happens and then we're just trying to figure out what to do at that point. It's kind of like, the company's going bankrupt or something, right? And you got to make that choice. Are you just going to stay here and ride it out and just see what happens? Or are you going to make a decision now? Are you going to leave now? It's okay to abandon ship. There's nothing wrong with that. You've got to look out for yourself. You either abandon ship now, or just hope that there's enough life rafts left over once the ship goes down. You don't have to stay on the sinking. You don't have to go down with the ship, right? You don't have to go down with the ship. And maybe there's this idea here with the Seven of Wands that, hey, I've been through sinking ships before. This is nothing. I got this. You could have some experience with this sort of thing. All right. Now, I don't know who any of the players are that are involved here. I started to think it was family members. Now, maybe it feels more like a business thing. But we've got the earth energy here, which it could be either business, but there's some sort of financial connection. However, this is playing out for you, whether it's something at home, and it does feel like it's something at home too. But that could be because of this familiarity, because of this comfortability, right? That it feels like home, could be the workplace still. But the money is involved somewhere. There's a financial tie. It's almost like this person really did you wrong, really deceived you, but they're also paying half the bills or something, There's that other factor to consider. Let's move over to the path of the serpent here. We've got the Princess of Pentacles here. Ideally, this is your general energy. You've got all the resources that you need. You don't need this person. This person is not adding any value to your life, right? Maybe temporarily they are, because maybe they're paying half the bills or whatever it is. But you can find a way, even if it's a struggle. Remember, you've struggled before. You're no stranger to struggle. Even if you have to struggle a little bit, you can find a way to be free of that person and not need them for anything, right? That there's no, they paid, they're not going to be contributing to the bills anymore, but so what? I'll figure it out, right? We'll manifest the resources that we need some way, somehow, okay? And so the Princess of Pentacles here has to believe that they have all of the resources that they need, or that they will develop them, right? This is an independence. This is something that says, if I need something, I will produce it. If I need something, I can make it, I can build it, I can construct it, or I can go out and get it, right? Or I can learn how to construct it. Okay. This might even be the idea that, well, I've already gotten so far here, I don't want to start over from the beginning, But it's a sinking ship, so what's the point of sticking around, We don't want to leave this company because, I've worked so hard to get where I'm at. Yeah, but you're pretty certain it's sinking. You can see the signs that things are not really going all that well. So we've got a big decision to make. It's a decision that is going to affect the rest of your life. Okay? And I think it really does have a lot to do with this magician energy. This is the tricks. This is somebody who presented themselves to you as a certain person, a certain way. And what you're learning is that they are not who they said they were. You are realizing that they have deceived you in a big way. I don't know that it's a financial deception. Maybe it is. Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe they stole money or deceived you out of some kind of financial thing. Okay, that's certainly possible. It's somebody with whom we thought we had a trusting relationship, whether it's a kind of a financial trust, or just an emotional openness. They took advantage of your trust, one way or the other. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles in the position of the environment. Going through this doorway, yes, it may be a struggle. It may take us right back to the beginning, right back to start. We may have to start from scratch, but you can build things back up again. Okay? Maybe this is your own business. Maybe somebody has done something that, and your business is the one that's sinking. Maybe it's your ship, Whatever it is, you can build it back up. You do not have to sink with this ship. It's okay to let it go. Ride it off and go start again. It's not ideal. It's not what we want to do, but I feel like you've been through the fire before, and you can do it again. Okay? But the 9 is about gain. It's about building things back up. It's about visible signs of progress. We can build it back up again. Okay? The biggest obstacle, I think, is really the violation of the trust. The hurt feelings here. It just makes us really angry at this energy. Whatever whatever this was, this, this could be a family member, a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be a boss or an employee. It could be, it could be literally that somebody has, broken into your business and, destroyed things. I don't know what has happened. And I'm not predicting any kind of disaster. It's something that you're already aware is going on. It has already happened, or you are already in the middle of it. Because these cards are in the middle of this spread, right? This is not something in the future. It's not something in the past. This is happening right now. Okay? And maybe you don't know all the details yet, but you're aware that this is going on. Okay? But it's up to you to figure out how these details apply to your life. I don't know the exact details, but this is the energy that we're getting. So figure out how this applies to your situation right now, okay? And just know that whatever it is, you can build it back up, right? That's the phrase that Spirit keeps telling me. Build it back up. Build it back up, okay? Maybe this is something financial in the sense that there was a large expense, something broke down, there was a huge bill, you had to pay this huge bill, and now it's depleted your savings or something, right? Spirit saying, build it back up. Build it back up. We don't have to sink. We can make it here. But I still feel that Five of Cups is the biggest obstacle. That's that's the disappointment, It's not so much the challenge of the thing and now we got to build it back up. That's not really the issue. The issue is, how could you do this to me? I took you in, I hired you, we started this relationship together or whatever it is, and then you do me this way. It's really disheartening, to put it mildly. But we have no choice but to keep going. We have no choice but to just kind of dust ourselves off, get back in the driver's seat, and keep going. Build it back up. Get a move on. Start doing what we got to do. We're wasting time being angry. We're wasting time lamenting or being sad or upset. We've got to do whatever is necessary in this situation. If this is a legal thing, we got to, obviously get the authorities involved. Just do the right thing. But you've got to do the thing. You've got to keep moving forward. Don't waste a single tear on this person because of whatever they did. It's their karma. It's their consequences. You've got to do what's right for you. You've got to protect yourself. But mainly, you've got to be strong and get back on the chariot and start driving forward again. If you have to start over from scratch, fine. Start right now. The sooner you get going, the sooner we can build it back up, Let's look at the mystery card, shall we? Well, no, actually what I want to do first, I think we should do one of these botanical inspiration cards. I like to do these when we get some challenging water energy, just because they are uplifting, and it might make us smile, it might make us think of things in a different way, or give us that little bit of hope or optimism, right? The daffodil, the narcissus, rebirth and new beginnings. Yeah. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Lao Tzu said that. I don't know if Lao Tzu did. I don't remember that from the Tao Te Ching. I'll have to look. Beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Well, that is just so relevant to this reading, right? And hopefully that'll be a little bit of inspiration for you. Rebirth, new beginnings, right? Painful endings, yeah, but it's a new beginning. Provided we begin, right? Provided we get back on the horse, so to speak, and do it again. And I'm hopeful that it's not going to close you up, lock you down from this Knight of Cups, to where you're not gonna trust anymore, or you're not gonna share of your essence with the world. Don't let this situation turn you to stone. At the same time, don't trust people, But the world still needs your light and your love. So I'm hoping the mystery card's going to be the sun. Let's take a look. If you have a prediction for this card, I would like you to put it down in the comments. I'm thinking Sun, or I'm thinking Ace of Cups. Let's see. The Queen of Cups. Well, that's all right. The Queen of Cups is water and water, right? It's not so much us closing off our energy. It's the complement to the Knight, right? The Knight is expressive, outward, trusting, just sharing, giving, receiving is the exchange, you know? The Queen of Cups is a little bit closed, not permanently, but enough to realize what happened, enough to feel it, enough to work out the emotions. Yeah. Kind of is able to take this situation and put it in a cup, you know, so that it doesn't poison the whole well, right? That's, I think, a very important part of this. Look at this as something that is contained. This is one experience, one instance. Don't let this poison your heart forever, you know. But at the same time, you have to understand what happened and why and how so that it does not happen again. The Queen of any suit considers, is wise, is wisdom, is understanding of the past, of what happened. So take your time, feel it, really absorb it, process it, understand it. And through that understanding, it becomes a functional wisdom. So you understand what to do in the future to avoid this again. You know what to look for. You know what to avoid. But be cautious that it doesn't poison the well. Okay. Very important. Now, we're going to do an extended reading also that I'd like you to stick around for. You can click on the link up here, and there's also one down in the video description. New readings for Gemini every Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I am here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. I will be here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I like to see how widespread our audience is. You know, we're a global community here. Yeah. So reach out. I encourage you to reach out. I want you to know, Gemini, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.